Imagine a world war fought not just with bullets and bombs, but with secret messages and invisible battles of the mind. Deep in the English countryside, behind the quiet facades of an old mansion called Bletchley Park, a secret army was racing against the time, fighting to unlock the heart of Nazi Germany's most impenetrable machine, Enigma. You already know Enigma wasn't just a cipher. It was Hitler's trusted vault. Every German tank, U-boat, and Luftwaffe squadron relied on it. Polish mathematicians cracked early versions, yes, but by 1939, the Nazi code had evolved. 6 rotors, a plug board, endless combinations, resetting every sunrise. To the Nazis, Enigma was unbreakable. But let's meet the minds who dared to disagree. Alan Turing, a mathematician so brilliant he almost seemed alien, joined a growing team at Bletchley in 1939. His colleagues included puzzle champions, linguists, engineers, and clerks, people who seemed utterly ordinary to neighbors, but who were fighting to change the course of history. Their weapon? Not a gun, but a machine, the bombe. Designed by Turing and engineer Gordon Welchman, the bombe was an electromechanical codebreaker, built to churn through millions of possible Enigma settings in just hours. But no machine could work alone. Cryptanalysts like Turing needed what they called a crib, a guessed word or phrase likely to appear in a German message. Sometimes it was as humble as Heil Hitler at the end of a transmission. With each day's messages, the team faced a new Enigma key, new settings, new plug board wires twisted into unknown paths. The odds were astronomical, but the stakes even higher. By 1940, German U-boats threatened to strangle Britain, cutting vital supplies in the Atlantic. But then, a crucial breakthrough. Bletchley Park intercepted a message containing weather data, a perfect crib. The bomber whirred into action, and for the first time, the Enigma yielded. Suddenly, the Allies could anticipate wolf-pack attacks. Convoys rerouted. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill called Ultra, the code name for decoded Enigma intelligence, his secret weapon. It didn't just save ships, it saved lives. But secrecy was everything. If the Germans suspected Enigma was compromised, they'd change it, and decades of work would vanish overnight. So sometimes Bletchley let attacks happen, just to preserve the secret. The price of victory was sometimes silence. At its wartime peak, Bletchley Park employed nearly 10,000 men and women, most young, most sworn to silence. They worked in cold huts, often round the clock, fueled by tea and adrenaline. The pressure was unimaginable. Mistakes could mean disaster. But the rewards? Staggering. Historians now estimate that Bletchley's work may have shortened the war in Europe by as much as 2 years. Among the codebreakers, some never got the credit they deserved. Take Joan Clarke, a cryptanalyst and Turing's close friend, who solved ciphers considered unsolvable, all while facing daily sexism. Or the thousands of Wrens, young women from the Women's Royal Naval Service, who ran the bombe machines on endless whirring shifts. Every day brought a new Enigma challenge. Every night, new messages, new lives at risk. German High Command kept upgrading Enigma, but Bletchley adapted faster, building more bombs, inventing new tricks, and sometimes relying on the tiniest mistake by a careless radio operator. One of the greatest breakthroughs? The capture of Enigma codebooks from captured U-boats, thanks to the breathtaking courage of British sailors. These rare documents gave Bletchley a precious window into enemy secrets, allowing codebreakers to keep pace as the Germans tried to stay ahead. The race wasn't just against Enigma, it was against time. As D-Day approached, Allied generals relied on ultra-intelligence to dodge Nazi traps and feed Hitler's armies false information. High Command could almost read the enemy's mind. All this from a sleepy mansion few had ever noticed. Even after the war, the secret of Bletchley Park remained so deeply buried that many veterans went unrecognized for decades. Their families never knew a word. Alan Turing, the mind behind the breakthrough, died unrecognized for his genius and sacrifice. But today, his vision, computers, artificial intelligence, the dawn of a digital age, shapes the very world his team fought to save. The breaking of the Enigma code at Bletchley Park wasn't just a battle won by machines. It was the triumph of persistence over impossibility, of minds over metal, of one team's quiet brilliance over a world thrown into chaos. Next time you text a friend or encrypt your data, remember, the digital age began not with a bang, but with the whir of bombs and the scritch of pencils at midnight. In huts hidden among English lawns, a secret war, fought in silence, changed the world forever. And the mysteries of Bletchley Park, like the codes they broke, still invite us to look closer, to wonder what other secrets history has yet to reveal.